Today, I will be showing you how to get one of the strongest befriendable yokais in Yokai Watch 1, Snartle, as early in the game as possible. Right off the bat, the first thing you're going to need to know is that he will only be easily available at the very start of Chapter 2. At the start of Chapter 2, you are given your first roadblock and are instructed to go out and find more powerful yokai. This is when you would typically first meet and befriend Jibanyan on a regular playthrough. However, that's not what we're going to do. As a warning, do not battle any yokai right after being told to do this. The first yokai you battle will be an immediate auto-befriend. We'll use this to our advantage in befriending Snartle. We are actually going to first head over to Lampert Post Office at the bottom of the map here, just below the fish market. Because what we are going to do is get some Holy X Orbs. Now, we're going to need to save and exit the game because we're going to go back into the title screen. The first two Yokai Watch games have a very funky, interesting feature called the Yokai Cam. It has daily events where it asks you to capture a certain yokai or type of yokai. If you manage to capture the daily event yokai, you are able to get a reward from the Lampert Post Office. Make sure to select the right save file before doing this. And today we are trying to capture legendary yokai. And it doesn't seem like we have that today. So what we're going to do is that we're going to change around our system clocks to the required dates in the 30S system settings. These are the dates that I will be using. Feel free to pause if you want to see. This chart should also show the list of daily events in order. So looking at what day your event is, you can determine how many days you need to move forward and back. And you can keep doing this over and over again using the same dates. Feel free to pause again to get this information down. After changing your dates around, you are free to go back to the Yokai Cam. And now, since we have captured legendary yokai, we are going to want to take a picture of this guy. No one knows who he is, but taking a picture of his face can give you a legendary yokai on the cam. Feel free to pause so you can take a picture with your 3DS. Honestly, you could just do this process once, but if you feel like it, you can do this multiple times. Once you're finished taking photos, you're going to want to exit and save from the cam and go back into your save file from the start of the video. Now, you are able to go to this window in the Lampert Post Office, talk to this lady, and receive your rewards for capturing a legendary yokai, aka Holy X Orbs. With your Holy X Orbs, you're going to want to give them to Caden that you received in Chapter 1. You'll level him up until he reaches level 30 to 39. Then, you can evolve him into Cadeable. Now, the thing about Snartle is that he is actually programmed to be a lot easier to lower your watch rank. And since in Chapter 2, the only rank your watch can be is E, this battle should honestly be a piece of cake. But, to make it even easier, there is a strategy you can do in the first Yokai Watch game called Soultimate canceling. If you already know how to Soultimate cancel, feel free to skip ahead to this timestamp in the video. Make sure you save the game before initiating the battle. How to Soultimate cancel. During a battle in Yokai Watch 1, you're able to do this technique called Soultimate canceling. It'll be easier to perform this if you have one party member in the front of your circle and one in the back. How Soultimate canceling works is that after your yokai attacks, it skips a turn and attacks again. You can achieve this by spamming select and cancel on the Soultimate button while the battle is being sped up. Pressing the X button during a battle can make it go by faster. Make sure the yokai soul meter is full before doing this. You are now ready to take on Snartle. As a reminder, make sure that your Caden is evolved and is around level 30 to 39. His soul meter is full. Boohoo is in the back of the circle. So far, Snartle is the first yokai you are battling in Chapter 2, and you have saved the game before battling. To summon Snartle, you'll need to cross the street at any crosswalk at a minimum of 3 times. You'll know you're going to fight him when this text appears on screen. Good luck. If you followed all these steps, befriending Snartle should look something like this. And there you have it, your very own Snartle.